Why hello there YouTube, and welcome to the first episode of a new series that I've rather cleverly entitled The Descent of Man-osphere. Now there will be an episode of this series each and every time that I can be bothered. There will be no regular schedule. I'm a very lazy fucker, okay? Now in each of these episodes I will introduce you to a new member of the manosphere from here on the internet, because after all that's the only place these fuckers actually exist, isn't it? And where else to start but with his royal alphaness himself, noted pickup artist and rape enthusiast, Roosh V. This guy is all about the rape, no treble. He is so about the rape that even his fucking name sounds a bit like Roofy. We are dealing here with Rohypnol royalty. He is the Duke of Date Rape. He is the King of Chloroform. He is the absolute tip-top creme de la santorum. He basically travels around the world, is giving advice to men on how best to rape, trick women into bed. He is what's technically known by mental health experts and behavioural specialists as, and I quote, a total and complete cunt.
You are a cunt.
And where else to start with Roosh but with his totally not creepy in any possible way whatsoever obsession with rape.
You would think that any idea or proposal that would decrease the amount of harm to women and decrease the number of rape would be welcomed by everyone. I mean, who doesn't want to decrease rape?
Now you might be thinking to yourself, but Kev, that sounds like a perfectly reasonable thing to say. Oh yeah, but wait until you hear what his actual plan is.
I recently published a proposal called How to Stop Rape, and that suggests that if we legalize rape, women will be more careful with their bodies and not go into the private rooms of men that they don't want to have sex with.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. He is such a piece of shit that in that one short clip he managed to introduce two absolutely fucking repugnant things. One, the legalisation of rape. And two, blaming women for being raped.
I'm not saying legalize rape so more men can rape.
Of course you're not, Roosh. We all believe you. And you know what? It's so believable because of the sympathy and empathy you've shown towards rape victims in the past.
These public rape allegations are about as credible as a public UFO sighting. I'm more inclined to believe in conspiracy theories than to believe a woman's, especially an American woman's, public rape allegation. I'm more inclined to believe that Barack Obama's birth certificate is fake, that fluorine is a chemical used to control my mind, and that 9/11 was an inside job.
Fuck you, you're a fucking piece of shit, you're no good, and you're a worthless fucking person to humanity. You contribute nothing, go back to your fucking rock that you live under, and never fucking come out again, you worthless piece of shit!
Now all of us here on YouTube, to some degree or another, are a bit narcissistic. We all want people to hear what we have to say, to watch our videos and all the rest of it. So it takes a special kind of special to really stand out above the crowd. And Roosh has got the narcissistic club in his bag, and he's not afraid to fucking use it. It's just a shame he hasn't taken the example of Narcissus and fallen into a fucking pond and drowned. But we can live in hope.
But I know where the red pill comes from. The red pill comes from me.
Now, for those of you who don't know, the red pill is essentially a subdivision within the manosphere of basically a slightly different shade of shit, because they're all fucking shit. And it basically comes from the film The Matrix, where the Keanu Reeves character is given the choice between a red pill and a blue pill. The blue pill allows him to stay in his comfortable false reality, and the red pill allows him to stay in the world of knowing the actual Matrix exists and all the rest of it. Now, in terms of the red pill philosophy people that Roosh here is trying to take fucking credit for, they are so full of shit as to be untrue. So the fact that Roosh is trying to claim credit for this movement is pathetic in itself. He's incredibly petty and narcissistic, but oh wait, he's just getting fucking started.
Let's go back a few years, several years actually, to 2005. I had a blog called DC Bachelor, and for the first time I introduced the concepts alpha male and beta male in terms of mating.
No, sorry Roosh, I'm going to have to interrupt you there because you're talking shit. The person you're actually thinking of there is Rudolf Schenkel from the University of Basel, who first coined that phrase in 1947, a full 32 fucking years before you were even born. Although with you, I kind of get the impression that you weren't born so much as you just sort of congealed. You metamorphosed out of some fucking pond scum or a dog turd or something. Or that you're just some sort of demon creation, a physical manifestation of the concept of douchebaggery.
So when I see now that the red pill has come out against me, calling me a fraud, even gay, even gay.
Now that short clip brings up something I think that's rather interesting about old Rooshikins, because I think he's so far in the fucking closet he's got mothballs up his fucking arse. The fact, Roosh, that you decided to respond to trolls calling you gay on the internet suggests to me that you're a little bit protective about that. Why might that be, Roosh? And also, the little nervous laugh at the end there. You just for a second showed us a little bit of the truth, didn't you? But no, of course he can't be gay. I mean, he's just so alpha. And you know he's alpha because he keeps having to tell everyone how alpha he is.
So when I see now that the red pill has come out against me, calling me a fraud, even gay, I can only say, how can you attack your own father?
Are you serious? Really, are you fucking serious? Is this guy for real or what?
Shut up. I am trying to sleep.
That's fair enough, I suppose. But anyway, Roosh, how fucking butthurt can one person be, really? Some people on Reddit were saying nasty things about you, so you came on here and started going on about how can you attack your father? Are you your head's so far up your fucking arse now that you've basically become a human donut? Get a grip of yourself, man, for fuck's sake. And that's coming from a guy who's just talking to a fucking cat.
How can you attack your own father? How can you attack someone? The language that you speak every day, the improved sex life that you now have, that has my seed written in it.
Now this might seem a little bit silly, but when you say the everyday language that these people use was created by you, do you mean the English language? Do you think you actually created the English language, Roosh? Now I wouldn't usually ask that about anyone else, but you are so far gone at this point that you might actually believe that's true. I don't know. Also, Roosh, you scoff at people calling you gay, but then you start talking about men's sex lives and how your seed is running through them. That your seed is in men's sex lives. I mean, how could anyone possibly get gay from that, really? I mean, it's madness, isn't it? And we know he's not gay because he keeps telling us how alpha he is.
What is the future from this point on after the schism? And that's a nice word that I don't use every day.
Well, of course you don't fucking use it every day, because you just learnt it. You went on to dictionary.com and you fucking just learnt it, presumably minutes before we making this video because you wanted to sound smart. Because the thing is, when it comes to intellectualism, Roosh, you've turned up to a spork fight carrying a spoon. You got fuck all.
I existed before them, or I helped create them.
So you existed before and you created them. Like a god? Do you think you're a god, Roosh? Because if it turns out you are God, that is going to be one hell of a sad day for theists everywhere. Because they're going to realise they were worshipping an even bigger cunt than the one they thought they were.
I have taken the best parts of the red pill, of which I was a big part in making, and whose existence would probably not happen had it not been for the work that I have done. I will take the best parts, ditch the junk, the debris that has accumulated over the past 2 to 4 years, and from that will birth a new philosophy, neo-masculinity.
So let me get this right. You've gone from red pill to neo-masculinity. You see, Neo, because the character's name's Neo. You see what I did there? I did a Matrix joke! Now, a quick note to all you rational, free-thinking, sceptical MR atheists out there. You know, Thunderfoot, the amazing atheist, Tej, over here. Just pay close attention to what this guy is about to say.
Neo-masculinity puts more importance in tradition, patriarchy, nuclear family. It leaves room for more spirituality, for men who believe in a higher being. It places less importance on the theory of evolution.
And of course, why would it be about evolution anyway? I mean, it's not as if every single moment of his fucking waking life, Roosh talks about how best male apes can fuck female apes, is it? And by apes, in this instance, I mean humans, because, you know, we are apes. Sorry, creationists, but, you know, it is true.
Monkeys with pants, oh, monkeys with pants, monkeys with pants. All we are is monkeys with pants. Ooh, look at this, a monkey without pants.
Also, there will be no homosexuals in neo-masculinity.
I'm pretty sure there'll be at least one gay in neo-masculinity, Roosh. Roosh. Roosh.
The red pill has catered to gay men, helping gay men use the red pill to have butt sex with, with other gay men.
No, he's definitely not gay. Definitely not gay. I mean, that awkward laugh at the end there, I mean, that's definitely not a sign of him being in the closet. Definitely not at all, not at all. I mean, all the Roosh does is spend all of his life telling us how much pussy he gets without ever showing any evidence that this ever takes place, and how alpha he is and how everyone else is beta, and also engaging in rampant homophobia. I mean, how could he possibly be gay, right? I mean, it's not as if there are any recorded instances in the history of mankind where a massively anti-gay fucking bigot has ever been caught sucking a policeman's dick in a fucking truck stop toilet or giving a rim job to a construction worker in a motel. I mean, that's never happened. So Roosh is definitely not gay. Definitely not gay.
The founding document of neo-masculinity is out. Click below so you can read it.
Come on now, Roosh. Let's not pretend that any of your followers can actually fucking read.
I won't let the mob steer the ship that I have made. This new ship.
So you've made a ship. So not only do you think you're like God, you're like Noah? Like a really fucking rapey Noah? You see what I did there? I did a Bible joke! Fuck yeah!
We are already larger than men's rights, than MGTOW, and the Red Pill subreddit.
Yeah, but that's not a particularly big deal, is it, Roosh? I mean, that's like saying you're the tallest peak in Holland, or you're the least crazy fucker at a Tea Party rally. That's not a phenomenal achievement in of itself, is it, really? I mean, have you set the bar that low for yourself? Really? Fucking hell. Now, I couldn't finish this episode without telling you a little bit about his recent appearance on a thing called The Dr. Oz Show. Now, I didn't know what the fuck that was, and I was a little bit disappointed to find out it wasn't an Australian doctor at all. But anyway, Roosh went on there, and quite ironically, he got totally fucking raped. I mean, they metaphorically shoved a massive cock up his arse. It was hilarious. Now, being the self-assured and entirely comfortable, completely and utterly so, in his own skin kind of guy that Roosh is, he made a video responding to the utter fucking massacre that went on that show. And needless to say, it showed him as the petty, insecure fucking dickwad that he is.
As the leader of the international fat-shaming movement.
I find it quite interesting that you would take pride in that. Firstly, because, you know, it's shaming. That's not something to be proud of. You're essentially a fucking bully, a nasty piece of shit. And secondly, you're self-appointed to that role. What the fuck? So you've given yourself a false air of fucking leadership in an organisation which is despicable, and yet you're acting with pride about that. What a fucking dick!
I knew that it was going to be a critical segment. I knew that I was not going to be painted as the good guy.
I wonder why, Roosh. Could it be that your entire career has been built around you being a total, unmitigated piece of shit to people all around the fucking world? Maybe it's that.
How women are objectively more beautiful when they are thin.
There's nothing objective about it, you stupid cunt, alright? There are people in the world like you who like skinny girls, okay? And that's fine. But there are others in the world who prefer... I don't know how to describe it, really. They prefer... Yeah, that. I suppose.
I didn't expect to be treated with kid gloves. I never expect that in no matter what interview I go in. But I expected the interview to be what they were going to tell me.
That seems like a really odd criticism to come from you, Roosh, considering your career involves telling men how best to lie and misrepresent their actual intentions towards women.
They're introducing you as a monster. They want you to appear as the monster. That's the role they want you to be in. And they want you to appear emotionally unhinged, crazy, maniacal. They want you to insult people, maybe yell at the top of your lungs. So I said I was not going to be the clown that they wanted me to be. I was not going to fulfill the role that they scripted the entire segment for me to actually do.
So instead of playing that role, you went with stuttering 8-year-old who's looking into his chest and who's really nervous and looks like he might be about to piss his pants at any fucking moment. Yeah, good job. You fucking nailed it.
I don't want people to think that. But you have to say that because you have millions of viewers. And all else is equal. More women will be attracted.
50 papers showing that fat shaming doesn't work. It's the exact opposite. Now, what happens is when you fat shame people, they feel worse about themselves, their self-esteem drops, and then they eat to comfort themselves. What does work is making people realize how special they are.
What you are doing is taking 10 steps back, because fat shaming someone and making someone feel bad about themselves is actually only turning the mirror around on you.
I would imagine there's less than 1,000 men in the world who have been subjected to a mainstream media interview where they were set up by a huge staff to just fail. And while again, I could have done better than I did, I think I didn't fail as hard as they wanted me to fail. So in that respect, I want to label my appearance a success.
Now, Roosh, I want you to say a sentence that your very existence disproves.
How someone looks on the outside is indicative of how they are on the inside.
There you go. Good boy. Because you see, the thing is, Roosh, on the outside, you're actually quite a handsome man, aren't you? And don't worry, I'm not like that. My eyes are up here. When you finally realise that you're gay, you are going to get tons of cock. Seriously, you are going to be fucking drowned in the stuff. Because on the outside, you are, you know, a traditionally quite attractive man. But on the inside, you are fucking poison. You are a fucking disease. You're one of the most despicable human beings I've ever had the displeasure of coming across. Not like that.
It's even more satisfying to construct our own safe spaces, to discuss our own views without people yelling us down.
So you think there should be safe spaces where people can be what they are and not face bullying or anything for it? That's an interesting point coming from the head of the international fat shaming movement, you massive hypocritical piece of fucking shit. If there is any justice in this fucking universe, what will happen is that Roosh V will get raped by the gayest dude with the biggest cock in the fucking world. And then after that, every rape survivor in the fucking world will get the opportunity to stamp all over his fucking genitals whilst wearing stiletto heels. But know this, Roosh, when you die, and I know you might think you're a god and that you're going to live forever, but you're not. One day you will die. You'd better hope you're wrong about this whole god thing, because if there is a god, when you get to the pearly gates, I think you're going to be taking the down escalator. Don't forget to take your asbestos underwear, because I think you're going to fucking need it. Roosh, go fuck yourself.
I like it to have butt sex with with massive amounts of cock, or 4 inches or greater.